Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Rally Major, just a couple days away, and we're going to be talking specifically about what players at the event have the biggest implications for their own individual legacy on the line. Pretty much, who could take the biggest jump up the GOAT rankings by winning. Now, I'm not going to be going through every player at the event in this video because that would take quite long, and there would be a lot of repetition of saying that this player who's not won anything in RLCS lands yet could jump up to top 75 in the world in the GOAT rankings. So we're just going to keep this to players who I think have a realistic shot of winning and players who have had good RLCS LAN results in the past and can add to their legacy in that way. But yeah, you guys can leave your own opinions in the comments. This is all just going to be my opinion, of course. None of this is official. This is just the way I see things. And it was actually inspired by Gene Gnome on Reddit. He had this idea for the Rally Major in the Leon Worlds. So I'll probably be revisiting this topic after Leon Worlds with probably the GOAT Pyramid update. But yeah, let's get stuck into this. Oh, before I do that, actually, before we jump into the content, the meat of this video, reminder that I'm not going to be casting the RLCS Rally Major. I'm actually going to be view partying, so you can catch me watching the event right here on my YouTube channel or on my Twitch channel, alongside Shogun, Cole, and Stumpy. All of us are joint view partying. We're just watch partying together because none of us are working the event in person, so be sure to tune in. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys popping by over the course of the weekend. Okay, now let's get into the content of the video here. We're on Monkey Moon POV because he is already in the GOAT conversation. And I think if Monkey Moon wins, or even if they finish second to like a Carmine Corp, I think that's enough to put him as the just certified undisputed GOAT. Right now I think it's pretty close between him and K-Dot. I think he just becomes undisputed GOAT even if they finish second place to KC or second place to another team who's playing really well. That would do it for me. I think no debate. Monkey Moon's the GOAT if they can make the final, essentially. Zen, I think Zen moves to top. This is where it gets a bit interesting. A lot of people already have Zen in like their top 10. I don't. Right now I've got Zen in like my top 15 kind of range all time. I think he moves to top 10 all time if they win this, becoming a two-time major champion, obviously former world champion, and being considered best player in the world for a large part of that as well. So I think Zen moves to top 10 all time if they win this event, and Exotic, who I currently have roughly in the top 20 of all time, probably moves to top 15 all time. Because these guys are all multi-time RLCS LAN winners. They've all won worlds, they've all won majors, so these guys already have a ton of accolades. But the reason I put them against NRG, or I wanted to show some NRG versus Vitality gameplay in this, is because all of NRG also have accolades already. So I'm going to say, first of all, Daniel in Beast Mode, who I currently have kind of hovering around the same rank as Exotic, just kind of the top 20 all-time range. I think all these guys can jump up to top 15 all-time. Well, they can't all do it, because only one of them could win. But that's where I think they would roughly land. Exotic, Beast Mode, Daniel, with their major win, move up to top 15-ish. Zen would go to top 10. Monkey Moon's the GOAT, and that just leaves Atomic, and Atomic is the most interesting one of the lot, because actually, in my mind, a major win doesn't really move him a huge amount up the rankings, but that's because he's already so high up the rankings. He's already in my top 10 all time. I've already got Atomic in there. He's already in my top 5 NA all time. He's in the same kind of tier for me as JNaps and Squishy. Garrett and Justin for me are the top 2 North American players all time, and then below them you've got Atomic, Squishy, JNaps. In no particular order, they're super close. And then you've got, obviously, in the rest of the top 10, you've got Monkey Moon, Vatira, and then you got K-Dot, Turbo Panda, just the OG Gale Force roster. I mean, that's probably my top 10. Just, again, in no particular order, just kind of rattled off the names there. So Atomic, if he wins, if NRG win this event, I think that he would move up to top 3 NA. I think he would move to the Garrett Justin tier, leave Squishy and JNaps below him. But I don't think he'd pass the Gale Force guys yet. Maybe Panda. Maybe you could put him over Panda, but he wouldn't pass Turbo K-Dub. He wouldn't get close to them. He wouldn't get close to Monkey Moon. And I don't think he would catch Vatira. Even if Vatira bombs out of this event and Atomic wins it, I still think Vatira's ahead of Atomic all time. So Vatira's 3-time major winner and tons and tons of other deep runs as well. So he's just got too much of a head start. So yes, he can. Atomic can go clear of Squishy and JNaps, and maybe you could put him ahead of Panda as well. but he just remains in that kind of 10 to 6 range. He doesn't go to top 5 just yet. Now, yeah, this game's been pretty insane in the background. It's Energy raining in demos. This is a really fun series. If you are wondering what we're watching, it's just a bit of background gameplay containing the players we're talking about right now, but this was game 2 of their matchup from the Birmingham Major in the Swiss stage. Really hope we get to see a rematch of Vitality versus Energy. I'd love that, maybe even in a best of 7. But let's get into the second game in this video, because there are some more teams in their entirety that I want to discuss. Alright guys, for the second game of this video, I want to watch a KC versus Falcons game. This is also game 2 of their matchup in the exact same Swiss round. We had KC Falcons as well as Energy Vitality. And we're on the POV of Vatira for this one. We went with Monkey Moon, the GOAT candidate in the last one. And we've gone with the highest ranking in the, well, at least in the GOAT rankings, player in this lobby for this one. But yeah, TRK, Rawas, Kalirs, the twins. TRK against Falcons, Atto. Against Falcons, sorry, against KC. Against the Blue Wall, Vatira, Atto, and Rally. And these guys have got probably the best chance out of anybody to win the event. They're, in my opinion, even more heavily favored than they were in Birmingham. They look incredible. And the rest of the Rocket League world doesn't seem like they've leveled up, or at least closed the gap. Dignitas beat them once, but then they got smoked the next time. So I don't know. I think these guys, if anybody, can absolutely have the best chance to win this event. And if they do win the event, if KC do win Rally, I think that Vatira stays exactly where he is in the rankings. Actually, no, he does move up, obviously, but he's so high, kind of like the Atomic conversation we had in the last game. Vatira, for me, is already the 4th greatest player of all time, behind the big 3 of K-Dot, Monkey Moon, Turbo. I've already got Vatira number 4, and I don't think a major win puts him any higher. I think he'd stay number 4, but I will say a major win for Vatira would put him at their level instead of the level below. Because right now I think he's closer to the rest of my top 10 players like Garrett, Justin, and the other players I discussed earlier. I think if Vatira wins this event, he goes clear of everybody else in the top 10 and joins the big 3 to make it into a big 4. All of you tennis fans, Scotland tennis fans, Andy Murray fans will know what I mean. When you've just got the big 3 and then somebody bridges the gap and they're, the 4th player's closer to the big 3 than they are to everybody else. That's kind of what Vatira is doing here. He's just a bit of an Andy Murray situation, but with even more potential to one day. I think, if Vatira could be the GOAT one day, it's really possible, because this guy's work ethic's incredible. Insane player. But that's, long explanation to say Vatira stays, for me at least, he stays 4th all time, even with a major win. But he becomes big 4 instead of big 3. Is that a good enough trade-off? That's all I've got for you, so hopefully you don't mind. Oh, nice shot there. Top bins, love the little post sign. We do have the rest of the team though as well. Drally, I think just like Zen, Drally will go top 10 all time with a major win. I've already got top 15. I think he goes up to top 10 with a major win. Then you've got Atto. Atto actually doesn't have as many major accomplishments and RLCS accomplishments on LAN as his teammates do. So I think Atto moves to top 25-ish range all time with a major win. And it's kind of the same thing that I mentioned earlier. Well, actually, I don't think did I mention this? I'm forgetting if I mentioned this. I'm going to say it in case I did. Yeah, Atto, he's kind of in a very stacked kind of range of players already. I've got him like 35-ish all time, maybe 35-ish, 40, something like that. I think he goes to 25 with a win. And I actually am going to say it's the same for the twins. I think Atto and Rawas and Kalirs, all of them with a major win in Rally, would jump up to top 25 all time. And some people might be thinking that they should be higher than that already, but I think that those guys, their jumps up the rankings are yet to come. When you get to the top 20, you start to see a ton of players packed in close together with a lot. You start to see a lot of former world champions popping up. You start to see a lot of multi-time event LAN winners and major winners pop up. It's top 10 is disgusting. Top 15 is also insane. Top 20 even is just killer. Insane players. So I'll have to show you guys in the GOAT pyramid when I do update that. Nice goal by Vati here. Very nicely done. 3-2. But yeah, that's where I've got those guys. Ruas, Kalirs, Atto, they go to top 25 all time. TRK, I think, goes to top 20 all time. If he wins the event, he's a little bit higher rated than the other 3 all time for me. So a little bit higher well, higher finishing if they do win it, and that just leaves Drally in this lobby. Drally, or no, I already talked about Drally. Drally top 10. So that's my summary of this lobby. Vatira stays 4th all time, but he becomes part of the big 4 instead of the currently existing big 3, and then him just by himself in 4th. Yeah, Drally would go top 10, TRK top 20, and then the Twins and Atto would go top 25. That's just the rankings according to me. Nothing official. But okay, let me do some honorable mentions while this game plays out. These are the only 4 teams I wanted to talk about in their entirety. But I also want to mention Yan, and I also want to mention First Killer. Furia and Ultimates, bit more outside chances to win the major, not quite as likely as the 4 teams we've already looked at here, but they do still have a good chance. I think they both go to top 30-ish all time if they can win the major. I think that Appjack from Dignitas, the only player who's actually won a LAN from Team Dignitas, Jorius and Stizzy, don't have LAN wins or top high placement finishes in LANs for RLCS in the past. So yeah, pretty much just that Appjack's currently in the top 50 for me. I think he goes to like top 40 with a major win, maybe a bit higher, but yeah, I'll have to if you guys think that these numbers are crazy low, you'll just have to wait and see my GOAT pyramid. I'll probably do it after Worlds. It's stacked. Lots of players in Rocket League history have won multiple LANs now, yeah, you'll just have to wait, and I'll show it to you at the end of the year after I'm working on it. But yeah, a couple more players I want to talk about as we just look at the end game screen here are Rise, Team Twisted Minds, just like Ultimates, just like Furia, outside chance to win the major. I think he actually goes to like top 10 all time with a major win, because he's already super high up there, and you know, multi-time major finalist, as well as a former RLCS LAN winner, Worlds finalist as well. So yeah, Rise could go top 10 all time. And then the last player I want to mention is Justin. Justin coming back from such a long break away from RLCS LANs. If he can win, if Gen G can win, and this is like a really outside chance, these guys are super dark horses. They're obviously the least likely team I've talked about so far. But if they can win that, then yeah, they definitely get Justin to be the NA GOAT, and he would be top 5 all time if they can win. He already is, like, I'd say 5th equal or 6th, depending if you put Garrett ahead of him. But yeah, he's top 5 all time, NA GOAT without question if they can win. And I don't know if I want to talk about any other teams. Maybe the Gentlemates. Okay, we've got like Seiko. Seiko's really high rated. I don't think that, I don't know if I want to talk too much about them winning, because I don't think they have too much of a chance to win. So much pressure on those guys. But you know, if Seiko can somehow get a win, then fair play. If those guys can get a win, I should say, alongside Seiko, then yeah, Seiko's super high up the rankings already. I think he goes top 10 all time without question if they win that. You know, Seiko, Drally, Zen, Rise, these guys all go to top 10 all time if they win the event. And do we want to talk about any other teams? Not really. I mean, every other team is either pretty new to the scene, well, hasn't got any notable RLCS LAN results or LAN results already, or just has a really low chance of winning. So yeah, I think I just want to leave it at that. So yeah, summary: Monkeyman would be the GOAT. Zen would go with Zen, Drally, Rise, all go to top 10 with a win. Seiko as well. Exotic, Beast Mode, and Daniel would all go to top 15 with a win. TRK would go to top 20. Rawaskali or Zato would go to top 25. Yan and First Killer would go to top 30, and Appjack would go to the top, I'll say 35. Yeah, 30, just a little bit lower than the other guys before him. And then, of course, you got Justin would go to top 5. Atomic is already top 10, but he's established himself higher up there. And Vatira is already 4th. He'd established himself as a big 4. Hopefully that is... hopefully that all makes sense to you guys, because yeah, this could get a bit confusing with all the different numbers and stuff. But yeah, tune into the major and let's find out. Let's see, because it's much easier to do this once the event's actually happened. But those are the players who can have a big jump to their legacy with a win this weekend. The big one for me is that Monkeyman could be the out and out GOAT. I think he's a GOAT if he finishes 2nd. That's what I want you guys to talk about in the comments. And let me know, where does Monkeyman need to place in this LAN for you to just say he is the GOAT? No debate. Right now it's pretty close to Kid Up, Turbo, Big 3. What placement in Rally does he need to get to just be the GOAT? No no discussion needed. That's what I want to know from you guys. For me, it's second. I think second he makes that jump. Minimum, second or first. But yeah, you guys let me know as well. Also, be sure to check links in the description, thenextrank.com. Jack and I recorded a couple of videos for that before he left to go bootcamp for the major. We also recorded some Chalkcast bonus episodes for the Patreon before Garrett and CJ left for the major, so we've recorded a bunch there. I'm recording now before I leave to go view party the major, and do tune into that. Reminder again, I'll be view partying with Shogun, Cole, and Stumpy. You're not going to want to miss it. It should be a blast. Just the boys hanging out. Chill environment, just watching some Rocket League, good old times. But yeah, let me know. Reminder again, where does Monkey Moon need to place in this major to be the out and out GOAT? Conversation in the comments. All right, that's it for me for this one, guys. I'll be dropping one more video while I'm away, so look out for that one. Going to be previewing the RLCS 1v1 Grand Final. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.